Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. And boy, am I excited. I'm thrilled to be joined by Priscilla Guasso, who has literally written the book on Latinas rising up in HR. This is the third book in the series. We'll talk all about it. Priscilla, welcome to the program. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am an avid HR professional. 18 years have been in HR and kind of went on my own to do a little bit more impact than just my day-to-day job.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I love how you are inspiring so many folks. Our listeners, I know, are excited for this. So what is Latinas Rising Up in HR all about?
Thanks so much for asking and having us here. As representing the community, we have over 9,000 women across the country now, actually the globe. And we're a human resources organization for human resources, having focus on Latinas that are specifically in HR, really trying to create a safe space to grow, develop, build community, and network with one another.
Oh, that's awesome. I know that's something everybody's passionate about, and I hope that we'll be able to learn lessons for everybody in our audience, which is great. And I understand that this is, as I mentioned, the third book in the Latinas Rising Up in HR series. Can you tell me about the focus on Latina executives and directors?
Indeed. So this is the third volume. I can't believe it because I didn't start this with volume 1. It's just Latinas Rising Up in HR. And now we're on volume 3, our executive edition. The whole focus of this was when we look at the statistics, right? As a community here in the United States, we're a community of almost 20% right here of Latinos here and Hispanics here in the US. Unfortunately, we're not seeing that representation throughout different levels within corporate America, especially in executive roles. We see that there's only 1% of Latinas that are in that C-suite space. And so rather than complain about it, because I'm not a complainer, I'm a lady of action and I want to get things done and I want to make a change. And I join forces with those that believe in that. We brought a community together now of this third volume of 15 amazing professionals, all executives, whether director, VP, RVPs, chief learning officers, chief HR officers, and they share their insights of how they got into their role, but then they also put an overlay of their culture, of the learnings that they've had, what they've persevered, what they've accomplished. And so it's more than anything a book of hope, excitement, and really a blueprint of how if they were able to make it, right, others can. And it's just about sharing our story more than anything.
And why do you believe that there's not many Latinas in these positions?
I think a lot of times there is things like that glass ceiling, or there is that door that hasn't been opened for others. And more specifically, I think with our community, it's twofold, right? We need folks that are allies, that are really truly championing our talent and giving them the opportunity to be in these positions, not just because they're Latinos or Latinas. We have the skills and the competencies to be there, but I think more than anything, it's opening those doors and saying, hey, with this role, I'm really thinking you would be able to excel in this. In our culture, there's many times where our heads will be down and we work hard and we hope that our hard work will be enough to pave the way for us. But unfortunately, as we're seeing more and more, it takes others to champion that and be your sponsor and speak your name in rooms that you're not in. And that's what I'm seeing more and more, is that now we're evolving that culture a little bit, right, within our culture and also within the corporate culture, of really opening those doors for one another and showcasing talent that previously was unseen. And specifically in this book, we're seeing also that even just these last 3 volumes, many of the ladies have gotten promotions and have gone on and done bigger and greater roles, or even didn't even see roles and thinking, oh my gosh, can I even get in that role one day? And they're now directors, VPs, and in the C-suite. And so it's beautiful to see.
That's absolutely awesome. Again, I'm chatting with Priscilla Guasso. And Priscilla, just lastly, before we have to cut to break, do you think that companies are changing their ways to support Latina talent?
I do. I think there's a lot of conversation rhetoric of, is this something that's just the flavor of the day or not, right? And I really believe that the companies that are cutting edge and they're really looking at what the future holds are making changes. So I do. It's not going to be resolved overnight, but it is something that I do believe companies are putting great effort towards.
That is fantastic. Priscilla, where can people learn more about you and how can they buy your book?
Well, you can find us on latinasrisingupinhr.com, as well as on any social media, right? We're on all social channels, and you can find our book on Amazon. All volumes are there, and they actually help support our scholarship that we give out each year. And so partial proceeds of our book do help support that. So I just want to thank everyone in advance for being that support with us.
Absolutely. And Priscilla, we've got about 30 seconds remaining. What is that one call to action that you want to leave either companies or any of our listeners that are tuning into the program with?
Yeah, the one call to action I would say is to connect with an organization, specifically if we're putting the Latino lens today. There's great organizations like Latinas Rising Up in HR, like ACE, like the Latinista, I could go on and on of all the great organizations out there. So lock arms with them and really connect with them to change what the future of leadership could look like.
Well, Priscilla Guasso, what a great conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your passion, your expertise. We'll, of course, link in our show notes to make sure folks can get your book and get in touch with you. And I look forward to following your progress. A quick break here on Get Down to Business, the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. Don't touch that dial.